Hello there, friends and neighbors, and welcome to the show. This here video uh, is both going to be a reference uh, and continuation on the editor project. But first things first, I have to convert a really gorgeous picture I discovered online into a wallpaper. Now, it would work fine as it is. However, it's not exactly the right aspect. I mean, it's the right cut. I mean, it's black on both sides, so I don't really need to change it. You wouldn't know, it would work fine centered, but I might as well just change the aspect. I don't have to rescale it or anything. Just change the aspect, it'll be fine. And it's, what is it? By 800. So 800 times, let's see now, that's 4/3 squared, 16 divided by 9. So it should be 1422 canvas size. I used to have a button for canvas size. I don't know how I... We keep it at 800. Oh no, I want my aspect ratio. 800, 1422. That seems like a weird number. Whoops. Canvas size. I wanted to. I don't want it to fill it in with anything. That way I can more easily check that that's okay. Now, let me just double check that. 1422 divided by 800. 2 decimals, 1.77. That's correct. Now, question is, what's the quality of this image? I don't want to lose quality. Size is, it's not much, it's not high, 35K. Oh no, what have I done? As, oh, I could say lossless PNG. No, it's gotta be, I think it's gotta be JPEG. For Windows wallpaper. Now, I know 10 is very good. I don't know what this does. Let's see what this says. Use a wizard format. Progressive. Download. I don't care about that. Transparent. I don't know transparency. Chroma sampling. I'm not changing anything. I just wanted to split. Copy exactly. It doesn't work that way, obviously. That seems different. Quality. Okay, let's see what the wizard says. Better quality. Maximum. Nah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't look the same. 154K. Well, it's got to be. It's got to be. If I don't have a numbering for just random, like 10 or fashion. That said something. Oh, that's right. That was someone that I thought was going to be interesting, but wasn't. So it's not that. It's just. So 8 will be a new category to do with body shot. Alright, now it's way too big, but that's okay. Once it's loaded in there, it doesn't matter. Okay. I'll get rid of that other one. Nice looking girl, and she's a musician of some sort. And I thought, if her music was good, maybe it'd be interesting because she's got a pretty look and everything. Maybe it'd be a good idea to make some wallpapers with that one. It's gone here. See, I got rid of her. Music is lousy. Now let's see how this looks. It can't be as good as this, but it'd be nice. I like the dark background. Yeah, that's really something. Yeah, it's very similar to that other one. It's still a little bit jagged here. It's not perfect. Let me see. Original. Because that would have been stretched by this is the original. It also has, but it's being stretched probably by the same algorithm. What if I resize it? Let me just try it quickly. Open with this. And put it exactly at my screen size, and I know what I'm going to get. Maximum quality. It's tiny anyway. Question is, canvas resize then shrink, or shrink then resize? Shrink, I think, first to 768. Now what is it saying? Smart size, walk aspect ratio. Whoops, that's why. Okay, odd number. Canvas resize. So that's funny, it was odd. Where is it? Oh, here. Canvas image. Oh, I can make a key. I have to make a hotkey for it. That's correct. Stay in the middle. Wait a minute. 1-800. 768. Oh, no. So dumb. See that? Because it's that odd thing. So now there's a little line somehow on one side or the other. Oh no. Now I have to undo. Go back to the beginning. Yes. 768. Okay. Canvas resize. Now at 1366, I'm not locking anything. And I don't want any background. Why am I so slow? Image, V. Okay. 1366, 768. Keep it in the middle. And that does that. Now, I click this and fill in that hole. View, full screen preview. That's probably full screen. No better, no improvement. Okay. So I can't do anything with that. Quite nice though, I'm sure you'll admit. Now, what have I done? As far as that thing on my to-do list, I did that. So that's what I wanted to just go over. I added a new class called first a base class for those things to do with the open file name struct. And just most of the common functionality is in here. It contains an open file name, a buffer for getting the result back, great big buffer, and it works by function calls, so you set filters or add filters as you go along. You can, before you let the thing go, turn on or off the flag that says whether or not to remember the last directory. It's always going to save the last, on success, it'll always save the directory, but whether or not it's going to load that same directory depends on this flag. And now you can retrieve this value. Now this function does exactly the same as this one, except it has an assert. And this one is called getChosen recall setting, and this one will assert if the setting hasn't been chosen by the user, meaning that the user clicked on the little checkbox. Similarly, the result has an assertion that it has been chosen. You can always look at this buffer, but it's kind of pointless unless the user chose something. Now, from that, I have broken that up into two classes. One, open file name, which doesn't do much. And they're kind of like dialogues, so when you run them, you call a function called doModal. And that takes a reference to a result and a handle to window parent. And the save one has the customization stuff. And you can add, before calling get doModal, you can add the checkbox if you like, or add the encoding combo box with an initial value that you select. In fact, you're forced to give an initial value. There's no default. And again, you can get there's no assertion here. I could add an assertion, get the chosen encoding. When you run the dialog, for saving, usually you know what type of encoding you want to attempt to save in. And the only thing that you don't know is after the file is saved, what did the user choose? And then, sorry, not saved. After the selection is done, you may need to use this value to change the encoding. And again, doModal is the same. So I haven't actually put it in with the project, but I have it here in my unit test. And I also fixed a bug that had been bothering me too for a while. This thing has a debug dump kind of thing, but it's not that useful. It's just supposed to show you. Well, it's kind of useful, I guess, for me, checking to see that adding these filters work. See, you can use two methods. If you're porting your code and you've already got these sorts of things set up with zeros, you can set filters this way, a whole bunch at once. Or you can add them using this type of interface, which takes description and patterns, file type pattern. And this is just the usual format. In fact, yeah, I added the brackets, didn't I? What's down with me? I should include that in. Well, it's okay as it is, I guess. And normally in the actually no, it's better this way. I put after the name, I put in brackets the patterns, and prior to that I wasn't. I think I included it in the description part. But then if you change a pattern, you got to remember. Now if I dump this out, what we have here is 3 filters, text files. I don't know why I've got brackets there. Source code and all. Okay, well, what's important is the actual thing that's passed. This is the open file name struct. This is what gets passed, and that is correct. Well, no, it's not actually. There should be a space here. But besides that, that's the correct format. Initial dir hasn't been selected yet. None of this stuff has been filled in yet. This is for save, so I'm adding the checkbox. I'm adding the encoding. I just decided random to take number 2. I call the modal thing. Now what you'll notice, finally, is that it's in the middle of the screen rather than off in the corner here. I figured out how to do that. This is a remembered folder. I'm not passing any. Stir result here is blank. And I had selected this originally. Now I can turn this off in order for it to actually stay off. I've got to select something. Maybe I should change that. If I don't now, without that, it should start out in the current directory with that same last setting. All files. Now if you change this. Again, none of these things get saved unless you actually choose something. And unfortunately, well, actually, no, this should work. This is not read-only. Read-only. Isn't that the test? Oh, it's read-only because this has got it. Oh, it is read-only. Okay, hang on a second. Again. Oh well. Oh no, this is something that does get saved automatically if I choose that. Right. Next time it should go back to that same setting. There, and it did. And it fills in, I don't give anything, it fills it in as I wanted to with those things. 2012 is big ending in Unicode. Now, so that's one style. That's save, and open is just is easier. Now I can do all these filters at once. Let me fix that thing. I want to put a space. So it's no longer anything to do with reg. Which is good. Reg is now back to what it was. And I plan to put in the other common dialog wrappers here, like the file, find text, and so on. Certainly, it always ends up being that you've got to make your wrapper. Okay, now this is going to complain because these functions don't exist for open FileName. So it should complain. Good. Now, in this case, that's it. All I did was get rid of that. I'm using the desktop window as the window to center from. If I could choose a different window, like, well, let's do this first. Now, this is the open dialog. Again, it should center it. No, now this thing, I don't know if that's going to work at all, because it doesn't. The way I'm centering it is using the. Oh, that's interesting. It did seem centered. Let's see, I want to choose a file, some sort. See if it centers itself again, because I'm not doing that. No, it remembers its position. I could do that as well. the way to adjust the position of the dialog in the case where there's a callback is you can use your callback. That's here. The callback handler is passed a message, a WM notify message, when the init is completed, and then at that point I can center the dialog. I have the handles window of the parent passed in, and the window that I want to center is not this window, but this window's parent. So the parent's parent. So I want to center the parent with respect to its parent. So now, as far as where is this thing winding up? Well, it's in utest. That's the current directory. And if I choose another directory, source code, okay. When I run it again, I should be back in utest again. And I am. But I can change that by saying set, I guess. Get recall setting. Get chosen. Where are my sets? Get. Oh, S is down here. Turn recall. This is one trick that I've learned over time is when you have Boolean arguments, this reads pretty good. Turn this on, turn this off. Instead of, set recall true, right? That almost sounds right, but that's only, well, for me, that's not, and there we are, recalling the last place where we did something without any interaction from the user. So if I want the recall, I can have the recall. If I don't want the recall, it's either going to be this, or if I specify a particular file name, it should go to that directory, but I don't know if I cover that case. Probably not. What if I try an actual, and now I need something that we see. Stir result equals C Windows if I give it a directory and I got the recall on, with it, this probably does the wrong thing, but you never know. Oh no, it did the right thing. Okay. That's what it should do, even if it's got the recall on. I specified a particular place I want to go, and that's where it took me. Now if I actually open that file, and then next time don't specify anything, it should take me back to that directory. Anytime you open something, it saves it. Let's start at start. So that's all fine, everything's working perfect, and reg is all cleaned up. I haven't tried this with the program, but I fixed that silly bug. Yeah, I've changed a lot to get it working in there. But the one where it wasn't setting the wasn't remembering the encoding, that's just a dumb bug in the save. Write text to file. I just didn't have this line. So I'm writing something and I'm giving the encoding, and I wasn't saving the encoding off at the right. I'm just putting that one line in, fix that. So that's all working. And so that first menu is all fixed up, and now just get rid of all the complicated stuff to do with the boxes. And actually, right while I'm here, yeah, I can show you something. Code. And I want to make that text fit. I gotta check that out. So I can edit it. So now all I gotta do with this, there's 3 dialogs. I changed them to 700 when I was unsure what to do. Okay, now this one's fine already. This needs to be wider. So maybe I'll just move that there. Try that. Same thing. Doesn't have to be perfect. Save. Close. Go away. Now I'd like to go back to the save. Undo that to there. It's right on the setting I wanted. Oops. Actually, let me just show you that the centering is window dependent. I can do get console. There's a console. It's a console program. It has a console, and you can get its window handle, and it should center itself wherever the console winds up on the console. And it did. No, it looks too big, isn't it? Oh, it's good enough. Yeah. I'm not going to become a millionaire. Somebody else can fix that up. So this is fine. And the only thing to do to make that work with this is to find out where I save things. Where I call save file, load a file, reload file, no, it's something else, load a file, reload, where is that? I know what to search for. That stupid registry stuff. It should be. Okay. User open file. Okay, that's not the way it works anymore. the way it works now is we have a ts open file name, which takes the stir result, and then h1 is stir result is this, and then a filter. Now we're going to set its filter and declare this outside. Oh no, sorry, not stir result. Hwind, and that's the do modal that does that. It takes in its constructor the, what is that? Oh, the registry. Okay, registry base, this, and name, which is already the default. Now this is for open, and we want to recall. Turn the recall on. Maybe I should call it set, or haven't they just two functions with different names? I do that a lot. I make a lot of same function but different names to try and help me in my guessing. Yeah, so we want to recall when opening, and we want to set the filters. Now see, I can just use this here, like that, without having to do any modification. And still, I don't need that here. Just setting up for the call. Now I could declare it slowly, as before, and just hold and do modal. It does have an hwind stir result. Hwind, no, nothing. So that should be fine for, that's all I gotta change for that one. Now save this complicated mess. But message file. Oh, that's not do the save. On save as. This is one case. We don't need any of this. Filters are fine. Save FileName. We're going to change file unknown. If current file is valid, what's this? Oh, that's the untitled. Okay. Now that's going to be our result too, I think. So no, it's not. Encoding. Okay. Now I'm just assigning it. Because why? Why do I care? It's called this result. Can I do anything else with? I don't see any reason why not to call this results, but we'll see. Save file name. Add filters or things. We want the encoding, and encoding is this. This is int. It could have text encoding. I don't know if I think it's checking for the range. So that's it. Oh no, we also want that checkbox. That's it. Now it's done. Do modal. Do result. H1. Oh yeah. Default extension. I can add that to the class. That's for when you don't put an extension and you type in something. It'll add an extra extension for you. There's no unbracing required. Okay, it's the same file name. If they're not the same, and that, okay. Now, where does the encoding come from? Stir encoding. Oh, I'm using the string. That now, see this one returns me a number already. Get chosen encoding. So we don't need any of that. We can still assert that it's valid. And I think that's it. No idea. Maybe compile. Not likely. But you never know. Whoops. Oh yeah, can't check my time. We can look at the girl while it's building. Isn't that a beautiful shot? That's not anime, I don't think. It's just lighting. This would be a silly thing to do with anime because this would be too easy. So really, never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. Come on! I could have always paused it. New window. try something else here. Let's see. All these wallpapers, by the way, are on my Google Plus somewhere. Well, there's only one photo album. This, I don't know, you know, I think I'm not going to try and attach that. Although it might be nice. It's already perfect, you know. I wouldn't want to blemish it. It's already full of blemishes, but they're the right blemishes. I don't want to add an extra fake blemish. These ones are all real scratches and things. I would like to modify this side. This side, it needs some of this roughness to it. See? And it was a bit rougher at the beginning, but not very. I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe we could use these things and kind of add make that into a texture of some sort. Not sure. Okay, still going. Oh yeah, my time. Not much different than the usual. Okay, wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe it compiled. If it works, that would be a miracle in itself. Run. Well, it's running. This much is working. Now these aren't using that. This isn't using the dialog, so it should just work as normal. Alt F-A. Right in the middle. Isn't that wonderful? Now it's got the remember setting on. Actually, I do want it on. Actually, I want that file. Open. The new open dialog. Now this one, oh no, not this one. Which was the one? It was called ANSI. I want the where'd that ANSI one go? This is ANSI. Right? So it says ANSI. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to big endian, save, and save again. And it says that correctly. Is it really big endian? I'm sure it is. Well, can't tell except by doing that. You can tell by dumping it in, looking at it in debug. Where is that? Donk. Or opening it as binary. Where is this? That's tutorial donk rewrote. Be the wall. Dump. Okay. FEFF, that's definitely backwards. So this is big N first. Big N first. So the byte order marker reads as a correct Unicode sequence. So it is definitely big endian. As advertised. Now I'm going to convert it back to ANSI. We can do that. Do the same thing again. Command here, by the way, is a really useful tool. I made myself. Here, file not found. Why would it say that? Then maybe I have to close this because it's open. Yeah, that's it. So here it is as ANSI. I see. So that's what that sharing thing's about. That allows other people to read things when you got it open. I see. Okay. So, but unfortunately, that sharing doesn't work. Now that's ANSI. You could also change it to other forms. So there you go. That's a working program. As far the first menu seems to be completed. Everything's been cleaned up with respect to open and close file name. We can use it anywhere. It's not part of reg. Don't need any fancy special strings. Just regular struct. The amount of code in order to use it is less than what we started with. A much simpler interface, obviously. The registry key, I keep changing it to make sure that it's new. Now it's not dialog, it's common dialogs. And under common dialogues, I also plan to have find first, find next, and so on. And the font dialog, all that stuff can come under here. And yeah, I could save off window coordinates and things like that. There you go. So that's an update. Things are moving along. In fact, it's pretty much almost done. Once we're done the save thing, the find thing, then it's completed. We'll make an installer. I'll wrap it up. I'll upload it somewhere, and you can enjoy fiddling with it and download the code if you want. Make your own version. Okay, see you.